This is the Real Estate Fun Game, Property Ownership 2. Here are your instructions. For each question, the answer will appear. You provide the question, just like in the famous TV game show. You'll get 3 seconds to come up with the answer. Keep track of right and wrong, just so you can measure progress. Run this fun game as many times as it takes until you're ready for prime time. Ready? Question 1. This is an item that initially was personal property but has become real property. What is a fixture? A TV antenna is personal property when you buy it at the store, but it becomes real property when you attach it to a house. Question 2. If an item is attached so that it becomes part of the property, it is considered this. What is a fixture? Kitchen cabinets installed in a kitchen with nails are considered a fixture. A picture hanging on a nail is not a fixture, it is personal property. Question 3. An item may be considered a fixture when it is this. What is adapted to the property? An example of this might be a room-sized air conditioner or storm windows that might or might not be permanently attached. Question 4. In cases where it's difficult to determine if an item is a fixture or personal property, it is best to obtain this. What is agreement of the parties? Question 5. Attachment, adaptation, and agreement is the AAA method of determining this. What is whether something is a fixture or not? Question 6. Used in trade, these things are like product display shelves which may or may not be personal property. What are trade fixtures? Question 7. When a trade fixture can be removed prior to the end of the lease, and when the property is returned to its original condition, a trade fixture can be considered this. What is personal property? Question 9. Since a fixture is sold as part of the property being sold, this remains property of the seller. What is personal property? Question 10. When taxes on property are assessed, this contributes to the value on which the tax is assessed and causes it to be higher. What is a fixture? Question 11. When this happens, a fixture adds the value to the property, but personal property does not add value to the property. What is appraised? Question 12. A fixture is usually covered under this, where personal property may not be. What is insurance? Question 13. When real property is sold or conveyed, the ownership is transferred by use of this. What is a deed? Question 14. When personal property is sold, it is transferred by use of this. What is a bill of sale? When personal property is sold at the same time as real property, it must be transferred in a separate bill of sale. Question 15. Considered part of the land, this can be trees, cultivated perennial plants such as apple trees. What are fructus naturalis? Question 16. If a tenant leasing a house plants a tree, it becomes this. What is part of the land unless there's an agreement otherwise? Question 17. This may be growing plants that are cultivated annually and are dependent on humans for their existence and growth. What is fructus industrialis? This may be corn, wheat, vegetables. Question 18. Fructus industrialis, which are crops that are cultivated annually, are also called this. What are implements? Question 19. This is a right, privilege, or improvement associated with the land. What is an appurtenance? Question 20. An assigned parking space that goes with an individual unit in a condo, stock in a mutual water company owned by the landowners, or some easements may also be considered this. What are appurtenances? An appurtenance is said to run with the land and is permanently associated with the land and exists as long as the land exists. Question 21. The land carries this when it borders on a body of water. What are water rights? Question 22. Of the two types of water rights, this is the one that is when a land adjoins a river or a stream. What is riparian water rights? Question 23. This type of water right occurs when a land adjoins a sea or lake. What is littoral? Question 24. In this, the owner has a right to the non-exclusive use of water out of a river. The owner does not own the water itself, but may use it for reasonable purposes. What is riparian water rights? Question 25. If located on a navigable river, the boundary of a property ends here. What is the low water mark? Question 26. If a property is located on a non-navigable river, the boundary of a property ends here. What is the middle of the water course? Question 27. In this, the first owner to divert water may continue to use it, even if it's not fair to the other owners of the water course. What is the doctrine of prior appropriation? Question 28. In this, the landowner may use water touching his or her land provided he or she does not alter the position of the water by artificial means. What is littoral water rights? Question 29. Another name for personal property, this may include objects such as boats, tools, and furniture that are movable and not associated with real property. What is chattel? Question 30. This type of chattel is movable and not associated with real property. This can include cars, tools, furniture, boats, and clothes. What is chattel personal? Question 31. This type of chattel is non-movable and may include trade fixtures, implements, or intangible property interest, such as mortgages, leases, options, or easements. What is chattel real? That does it for Property Ownership 2. Click on some of our other tests as a fun, fast way to learn your real estate terminology.